Alright, again, you can't surprise me with stuff like that. My heart won't be able to take it. I can't. Now, I want to address the fact I'm not going to name names, but one of you in the comment section, you know exactly who you are. I'm not going to name names. You know who you are. Disrespecting my boy Percival in that last video. I saw it. Don't compare Gilgoat to the beta Percival. Disrespectful, nasty, disgusting. Hold on, I remember somebody also told me that I could play as Percival as long as like Djeeta is in the party.
My hour has come.
I wish I knew this before I started that last battle. That would have been interesting. Oh my god, look at this boy. Look at this man. Alright. Lord of Flames.
The roar of fire, a cry of pain. Before me, the hewn carcass of a monster, yet smoking. I smothered the pity arising in my heart, for I knew that to let the beast live was to let others die.
Okay, I like these. It gives you like a good insight of who the character is.
Though I joined the crew to found the halcyon country of my dreams, our journeys have taught me to fear my quest is only that, a dream.
Well, Sinbad thought that same thing, but he got it done. You can do it too. Oh, okay, so some of these Fate episodes are like story stuff, and then one of these is like combat. Okay.
My mother, the Queen Heartseloida, opened the gates of our castle to all who had lost their homes, even those hailing from beyond the borders of our kingdom. She would often say,
regardless of our lineage or nation, we are all connected, in joy and in sorrow.
It was through her example that we learned to honor our neighbors.
Yeah, W Mom, for real. Didn't raise a bunch of shitheads.
And yet the same people she gave generously to would be the very ones to take her life.
Oh, damn.
I will never forget the scene of her death. I can yet hear the echoes of Aglavel's curses. See the stark white of Lamorak's face as his magic failed to save the one thing he treasured most. And I can feel the warmth leaving my mother's hand as I knelt over her, unable to offer anything but my tears.
Damn, Percival. Okay, so I like these Fate episodes because it's letting us learn about these characters together, you know?
It is custom for the sons of our house to serve as knights in foreign countries, thereby learning the ways of the world. I went to Fiendrock, an ally of Wales, and there joined the Black Dragons, in time becoming vice captain.
Only vice captain?
Fiendrock made no distinction between me and its native-born children, and I grew to see it as my second home. But no sea is so placid that storms do not brew. There was strife here, too, sweeping over the lands like an illness. I set out on a journey to seek its cure, and that was how I met the captain. Never had I come across a greater fool. In the captain's eyes, there was no sky dweller too high or low to merit aid. No person too strong or weak to join the crew. Who better than to stand by me as I built a kingdom on an impossible dream?
Alright, so we are close friends, alright.
It was not I, nor Lancelot, nor Vane, nor my former commander Siegfried, but the captain, who contributed most to the restoration of Fiendrock.
Okay, we're amazing.
Each day brings me nearer to my aim. Fortune has granted me a handful of stout-hearted vassals, the captain foremost among them.
Okay, so Percival's a simp for the captain, alright.
Though I am not possessed of any land, our ship is bound for the end of the skies. Surely we will sail over some quiet green fields where I may lay the cornerstone of my kingdom. My greatest care is the safety of the crew. The path of the Grand Cipher is beset by many perils, and I will not have a single vassal taken from me. So I have resolved to travel alongside and defend my captain until the day I may sheath my sword forevermore.
That's the kind of guy you want on your crew for real. Percival's a real one. Okay, so to do the rest of these, I had to progress to the main story. Let's do our first, like, actual quest here.
I will take the vanguard.
Alright, let's see how this feels in the first battle. His swings just feel like brutal. I love it. Like, I typically like using faster characters, but like, I can't lie when I say this feels good. Dude, just like the swings just feel so powerful. Let me see his moves. Okay, Dante's Stinger. It feels juicy. I love it.
My will.
Okay, I didn't have to use that move. That was a waste. Yeah, there's like, I'm telling you, like every character, they did such a good job of making every character like look fun to play, you know?
Destroy them.
Great job, team!
I expect much from my bastards.
He feels like Gilgamesh if Gilgamesh wasn't, you know, a dick.
A blessing from your lord.
Oh yeah, I forgot he can buff the party. Whose move is that? Oh yeah, EO. Bro, EO is so useful in these battles, man.
Quit or die.
Oh my god, it feels so good, man. Oh, his SSBA. I need to see what it looks like. I hope you're not the last guy. I want to see what Percival's SSBA looks like.
Uh-oh. This
Okay. That'll work. Lone Wolf.
Return to the abyss.
Oh. Bro, his move always looks sick in like verses too. Yeah, I could get used to using Percival. I could get used to this.
True gold fears no fire.
I got MVP, right? There we go. That looks right to me. And an S rank. First mission. All right, let's see how my boy Percy does against the boss. Let's see. Oh my god, I got bonked in the head again with the shield. Thought I would have learned my lesson by now. Apparently not.
Great boon.
Yeah, that actually was not difficult at all.
Child's play.
See, that's why I like this guy. Go ahead and give me that MVP once again. All I got was last hit. Hey, but that S plus, I don't care. Look at that S plus. Look at that platinum beauty. Look at it. Another character I have been wanting to mess around with was EO. Now, look at how tiny she is. She's not much taller than these people right here. She's human, right? Okay, so this one we gotta defend the hallowed ground. Okay, so here's a fire spell. Okay, so I can apparently charge up these things that and charge up the orbs that you see floating around her. Can this reach from there? Yes, it can. Okay, I like EO. I like the way she plays. Okay, but yeah, a lot of this stuff takes time to charge up. That's why I kept the fire spell, because the fire spell comes back quick.
Was that an inferno, or were you just happy to see me?
An inferno brings only
I won't let
destruction,
you down!
but my flames may kindle hope.
Percival, I can't even blame you. I don't think anybody could resist Rosetta when she starts talking like that. I don't think anybody prepared for that. Oh, the time's up already. Okay.
Woo! Did you see me back there?
Okay, so verdict, I do like what she has going on with her. I like it. I know I said I wanted to try Katalina, but I can't. I have to I gotta try at least once. Oh, but should I do her fate? No, I didn't do EO's fate either. Controlling Rosetta. A woman shrouded in mystery is actually the incarnation of a primal beast, Rose Queen. So she is a primal beast. Her square attacks have decent reach and triangle plants roses. Roses planted on the battlefield will automatically attack foes within range. Hold triangle to pick a planting spot. Roses level up by hitting foes, boosting their effectiveness. Whenever Rosetta ends a combo with triangle, party members inside of Rose's radius are granted a buff. Oh, so she's mostly like a buff character. Like she can do good damage, but like she's not gonna be hitting crazy numbers like Percival. Oh, okay, so she does have one AoE attack at least.
Welcome to my garden.
Oh, and okay, I guess that one lets her plant multiple plants at once. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this character, I might have to like take some time to actually learn how she works. Oh, it's a lot of them. You go ahead and start planting the roses now. Cause I think that's a good idea, something to do. Okay, and I can use this to escape. Okay, yeah, I think I gotta play her like a hit and run character. Like plant the roses and get out of danger. When I figure her out, I think she'll be cracked. But for right now, I'm gonna play her pretty terribly. Okay, that was the last one. I don't expect a good grade for this. I don't know. I gotta workshop her for this. All right, again, you can't surprise me with stuff like that. My heart won't be able to take it. I can't. An S plus? Don't know if I agree with that, but I will not refuse an S plus. I won't.
DeiZeiga Grande, the forgotten skydom. As I gazed into its perennial blue, I reflected on my last time here, during my travels with him.
Bro, I swear it really is like Fire Emblem Three Houses again. She's like Rhea, but this time she's actually playable.
My memories of this place were distant, yet unforgettable.
Have you been here before, Rosetta?
Who's talking?
Perhaps I have. Who can say?
Oh, you're a tease. Okay.
Eventually, I'll share my tales of the captain's father and our journey together. When the time is ripe, of course. It was here in these skies that we would eventually part. I know. In the eyes of eternity, our time together lasted no longer than a blink. Yet his impact on me felt nothing short of eternal.
So I guess because she's an incarnation of a primal beast, she's like an immortal being.
Indeed.
Oh, that's an album cover if I've ever seen one. Okay.
During the war, primal beasts were exploited by the Astrals as instruments of battle.
Okay, so there was a war.
Withered and faded, one primal would eventually drift to Lumacier Archipelago, making a home for herself.
Is that I forgot what the primal beast was called, but I think that's what she was the incarnation of.
Over time, she grew accustomed to the comforts of its forests and the serenity they offered. It was a far cry from the brutalities of war.
Is that the big woman that was like in the forest in one of the stages in Granblue Fantasy Versus? Like that big woman? Oh my god, I feel so stupid. Now that I'm thinking about it, she looks exactly like Rosetta.
Centuries would pass until a young man stumbled upon her domain, forever altering the course of her life. She engaged him in a vicious battle, but was ultimately humbled in defeat.
Damn, Djeeta and Gran's dad like beat a primal beast by himself?
Accepting her fate, she resigned herself to death. However, the man would sheathe his blade and, to her surprise, asked if she would join him on a journey across the skies. A primal beast was supposedly no more than an astral weapon.
Yeah, so we're definitely a shonen protagonist because we got a badass father.
Beings born to be controlled, manipulated, and ill-used since time immemorial. She had never entertained the idea of something more. In fact, she hardly had a name for herself. Well, she did have a moniker, but it was a meaningless one, whose sole purpose was to identify her as a weapon. Perhaps out of pity, perhaps out of kindness, the man bestowed upon her a new name. It was from that moment she would truly blossom. Rosetta. It was his gift to her, one she would treasure and love for eternity.
Damn, our dad named her. I'm not even jealous, I'm just proud. All right, that's our last one before I gotta progress the main story to see the rest.
With every union comes an inevitable separation.
Oh, we're getting sad, okay.
When his journey neared its final chapters, as he took up arms against the god of destruction, I returned to the forests of Lumacier.
Oh, you didn't go with him?
After my return to the archipelago, I briefly longed for his companionship, but the flora and fauna kept me company.
Drugs.
Decades came and went, and one day I would encounter yet another young visitor to the island.
Ah.
There was no mistaking it. This was his offspring. I realized at that very moment the time had come. He'd entrusted this child to me from the ends of the skies.
She's not even like an actual option. She's like a mother figure.
I would join the up-and-coming Skyfarers crew on the Grand Cipher for another journey across the skies. This time as a bystander.
Bystander? You get involved in the fights!
I continued to observe from afar, doing my best to obscure my true intentions. My roots were well planted in the past. Knowing what I knew, would I be able to act as a part of their crew in earnest? Before long, my ambivalence would come to a head. My convictions had begun to waver. Was this the right approach? Of course, I was conscious of reality. I knew their journey wouldn't be easy. They would have to face the harsh life the skies had in store for them. And with our foes only becoming more and more cumbersome, even for myself, could I possibly protect them? My presence on the Grand Cipher was inconsequential, and at worst, a hindrance to the crew.
No, don't do that.
I thought if I weren't here, the captain, EO, the entire crew would handle themselves just fine.
I wouldn't. I'd be very devastated. Don't leave.
Perhaps the time had come to retire to the forests once more. But as I was preparing to leave, EO grabbed my hand so sweetly, so innocently, and said she needed me to stay. I couldn't bring myself to abandon her.
What about me?
I would be the bystander no longer. Everyone in the crew had a role to play, and I would be the exception no more. Finally, I found my purpose. I was free to experience the skies once again, hand in hand with the captain. It wasn't duty or obligation that anchored me to this crew. It was love. And I promised to always protect them. I would leave no regrets in the skies. Thus, our journey continued, Only this time I felt that I was a true member of the Grand Cipher.
Wholesome. That is a wholesome end. Well, it's not the ending because I don't have the other episodes unlocked. But that is so wholesome. I love that. That was really wholesome. I liked it. Katalina is the next character that I want to play as, so I'm gonna go ahead and look at hers. And then we gotta look at Eos though, because I played as her, but I never did it.
You think you know the sky and wind, but then you come to a foreign land where unfamiliar songs on the air beckon you toward the unknown.
God, she reminds me so much of Urza Scarlet. It's not even funny.
Katalina, where do you think this breeze is coming from?
The wind rustled Lyria's hair affectionately as she spoke. From somewhere far, far away, much time has passed since Lyria and I escaped from the Erste Empire and met the captain in the woods of Zinkenstill.
I think I remember this part of the anime. I remember I watched part of the first episode, but then I had to go and do something else, and I never came back to finish it.
Lyria and I first crossed paths when I was still a knight of Erste, and she a tool in the Empire's mad experiments on dark essence. So you're Lyria. I was appointed to stay by her side as both captor and guardian.
Oh, so you were like her prison guard. Okay.
She reminded me of a beautifully crafted puppet.
Damn.
Never moving or speaking unless commanded.
That's kind of depressing.
Her expression was fixed, and her eyes were bright, but cold, as if made of glass. Moved to pity. I wanted, at the very least, to light a smile on her face.
I gotta watch that show for real.
I couldn't find the part of her that was alive. It wasn't until many days had escaped us that I realized Lyria was a real girl with a feeling soul. She simply didn't know how to act like one.
Yeah, I'm getting more and more curious about where this girl even came from.
So, I taught her to laugh when she felt joy and cry when she felt sadness.
How do you teach someone how to laugh or cry?
Through books and reverie, I taught her to long for the outside world. And when colors on a page were no longer enough, I took her hand and led her to the roof of the military base.
You grew a heart for the girl.
The illustrations Lyria had seen were lovely, but the sky now stretching above her was boundless and so luminous that it drew forth tears. And finally, her blue eyes shone, as if they were two patches of sky lit by a sun from within her. That sun melted my heart.
Oh my God, so wholesome and beautiful.
With the open air as our witness, I made her a promise. Someday, we'll sail this endless world together. I swear it.
Damn, that was so wholesome. Oh my God.
As the bond between us grew, so did the cruelty of the experiments they performed on Lyria.
Oh damn, so it was your fault.
Lyria doesn't belong here. No living creature does. The shining empire I served now became to me a place clouded by doubt. Day after day, a battle raged within me. Between the knight loyal to her flag and the guardian who wanted to set a sad girl free.
I mean, damn, Katalina, who was you working for that was doing this kind of stuff?
Then, one day, a memory of Lyria's response on the roof broke through like a clear ray of light.
Really? You'll show me this endless world?
I had made a vow. There was no more question where my allegiance lay. I took her hand once again. This time, not to simply gaze at the sky, but to leap into it. And I did it for myself as much as I did it for her.
Okay, I'm sold on their bond now. I can understand why she was so furious about her being taken by those people. Okay, yeah, I like this. I like that they do this. It gives you insight on the character. Okay, so that in this mission, I'm absolutely playing as Katalina. I done learned her thing, so we'll do the goblin boss. A former knight of the Erste Empire, Katalina fights to protect Lyria. Wielding a magic sword, she's an adept warrior who adapts to any situation. Pulling off combos fills the Ares gauge. Once the gauge is full, Katalina can summon primal beast Ares to bolster her combo skills and skybound art. Oh, okay, let's see how this works.
Good shot!
Okay, so how do I summon Ares? Oh, there he is.
Light wall!
Ooh, already broken. Okay, I couldn't clear it in within a minute, so that's a fail. I'm not gonna get the double S for this. Bro, what happened to him? He just dropped and broke his ankles and died. Okay, so far the characters that I like playing as the most, I mean, I mean, is that really a fair showing for Catalina? That's not really a fair showing for Katalina, because she's like only level 17, whereas everybody's at their 20s at this point. Yeah, including Percival. They're all at their 20s, and Catalina's only at 17, so she just needs to level up some more. Okay, so now that I've actually figured out how a lot of these characters work, I'm gonna do some off-screen grinding and try to get these characters to be stronger and get them all on equal footing, because right now, like I said with Katalina, like she's pretty weak right now, and I want to try and like beef up everybody as much as I can. Not as much as I can, because like we're still early in the story, so I don't gotta make everybody stupid strong yet. We learned some lore. Next episode, we're gonna continue the story.